Welcome to the final episode of the Koh Samui Motorbike Tour. This is day 7, and today I've got a couple things that I want to check out, and I'm just going to take it easy. But make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to share my thoughts of this trip, what I liked, what I didn't like, and I'll also show you exactly all the things that I packed and brought with me along. Really enjoyed my time here in Lamai Beach. Like I said, this area is really still depressed. There's not a lot of tourism here, but I really like the chill vibe. Had a lot of fun last night. So this is not where I was heading, but I haven't been to any of the temples here yet. So I'm kind of curious to stop by here and take a quick look without getting backed over by this truck. The name of this temple is the Wat Ratchathamaram, and I will put it down into the description as a Google Map link like I do with all the locations. But it's right here seaside, and it's got some really nice features. Such a cool spot here. Very happy that I happened to come by this because I gotta admit, I got lost again and I missed the grandmother rocks that we're going to. But let's get on to that right now. Okay, let's go to the destination that I originally set out to go to this morning. Lost with Serg t-shirts coming soon. Paid my 10 baht to park the motorbike here. Don't know if there's free parking available here for 10 baht, and with this economy still struggling here, I'm not going to worry about it. And now we're at the Hinta Hinya Koh Samui Rocks. I'm not really sure what the big attraction here is at the Hinta Hinya Rocks, but oh, well, it must be that. That obviously looks like, well, you know what it looks like, and it's making me feel a little inadequate. I have got to go and check out this little beach here. What a secluded little spot. I mean, it's super touristy coming in here, obviously, so it's not really secluded, but it's just such a tiny little beach here. And apparently somewhere around here is the female counterpart to the, well, that big, you know what I'm talking about. I think I just found it right over here. Take a look. I would say that this is the female counterpart to that other big rock. Well, this is definitely the biggest you-know-what that I'm ever going to be standing over or jumping over. All my stupid jokes aside, this place is really, really cool. I'm surprised how much I like it here. I mean, all of these rock formations, it's just stunning. Absolutely recommend you come up here to the Huntai rocks. I'll put the link down in the description. I think that's enough male and female anatomy for one day. I'm hungry, and as though the weather looks really good right now, it's supposed to start pouring in thunderstorms in about 3 hours. So I've got to get to the hotel I booked and check in, get settled in, and then see what else I can find today. As I'm walking back to my motorbike, they've got a whole little market set up here, tons of vendors, but unfortunately, very few tourists still. So if you happen to come through here, do come by and buy something. Actually, I see something that I want. Some of the coconut caramel. I have never tried these. Wadi Kap? Sabari Mai? Tarai Ani Kap? 10 baht. And Ani Kap? 50 Okay, Ani Kap. She said 50 baht, which is 55 baht. and I gave her 60 baht and she threw in a few more, so I was just gonna let her keep the change. But man, you know, gotta support these local businesses. Let's give this thing a try. There it is, in all of its green goodness. Very gooey. Oh, this is so good. All right, now I need to go find some lunch, and I still have to go and check into my hotel, so let's get out of here. I'm actually not very hungry, so I got myself a little 7-Eleven ham and cheese toasty. And instead of Gatorade, I'm trying this drink, sugar-free. And this thing is really good. I'm really surprised. It tastes a lot better than Gatorade. Just gonna have a quick snack, and then we'll take the shortcut over to the north side of the island again, because I just love that road. All right, let's get rolling. And one thing is good is that I will not be missing my turn, because my turn is right here. Can't screw this up. Anytime I can avoid major roads and take back roads like this, I am extremely happy, because to me this is what riding motorcycles or motorbikes is all about. And while we're on this road, let's talk about the 3 different bikes that I had and what I really preferred. This bike that I'm on right now, this is the Honda PCX 160, and I would say that this bike I like the least, for several reasons. It's like a big cruiser. Yes, it has the most power, but it has probably, in my opinion, the worst suspension, and it's big and it's just heavy. It's just not my preferred kind of ride. Now, the second least favorite bike I had was the first bike, which was the Honda Click 150i. And that was a great little bike. I really enjoyed it. Very light, very maneuverable, very quick. Definitely the quickest of these 3. However, hands down, my favorite motorcycle or motorbike on this trip has been the Honda ADV 150. Hands down, that thing was just amazing. Plenty of power. It had great suspension, Showa shocks on the back, and it was just super comfortable as well. It was a little underpowered because it was heavier and had the same engine as the Click 150i, but if I ever have choice to rent that bike again, I will hands down always take that motorbike, I should say. It's been about 1.5 years since I've ridden any kind of a motorbike or motorcycle, so it took me a little bit on this trip to dust the cobwebs off and get comfortable, but I absolutely loved it. So there's my review of the 3 motorbikes that I've been on this trip here on Koh Samui. Oh, we've got quite the flood over here. Woo, water crossing, yeah. Somebody's definitely going to get a huge water bill for that. It looks like an irrigation pipe broke, but yeah, just a little bit of water. It was no big deal. Whoa, what do we got over here? What are these guys? Dogs, cats, cattle? Hello. Hello, guys. No? No? Nobody wants a handshake, a pet? How about a new warranty for your car? Can I interest you in an extended warranty, sir? No? They don't want to buy one either. I can't sell an extended used car warranty to anyone on this trip. I really couldn't help myself. For the last night here on Koh Samui, I had to come back here to the Mimosa Resort because it's got one of the best views. It's very quiet and the beach is absolutely marvelous. Had a great afternoon, took a nice swim and just relaxed for a couple hours. And now the weather is just not looking good. So I think I'm just gonna stay put here, grab some dinner, and then we can start talking about this trip, what I liked, what I didn't like, and all the things that I packed into my 1-bag travel for this 7-day adventure. I was actually starting to think that maybe I'll go out on the motorbike and go out and grab some dinner. The wind's okay, but now it is raining and this just looks totally miserable. So I'm going to stay here at the resort and grab some food. This place is starting to flood. They've got rain coming in on the patio here. So fortunately, There is a chair here, and I got my club sandwich. I know it's not Thai food. I've had quite a bit of Thai food this week, so I'm gonna enjoy my club sandwich. Didn't think today's video would end up with me having a club sandwich on an extremely windy, rainy day, but you know, it is what it is. That is a damn good club sandwich. Oh, very happy with this. I don't think they're gonna get many other customers here tonight because it's all flooding over here. And most of the guests are probably in their rooms, huddled up, getting room service. But these guys were nice enough to bring me this lovely little bell and told me that if I wanted a beer, I just needed to ring it. It's clearly now the next day, guys. I'm still here at Mimosa Resort, so I guess technically this is day 8 of the Koh Samui Motorbike Adventure Tour. But now I'm gonna go grab some breakfast, and we're gonna start talking about which places I like the most, which places I like the least, and then we'll cover everything that I brought, along with all the costs involved of this trip. Man, I could never get tired of this view here. Just absolutely gorgeous. And it looks like breakfast is served. And no wind today, which is super nice. Good morning. And I guess we can start talking about the breakfasts here. My favorite breakfast was here at the Mimosa Resort because they've had a wide variety of food included, and I think this was by far the best breakfast of any of the places that I stayed that included breakfast. If we're just strictly talking about accommodations, then I would say the Saran Resort was hands down the best one because of the size of that giant room. It was 82 square meters, 800 square feet. I had a jacuzzi tub out in the patio, and I had a giant round tub inside the room. That was the nicest room out of all of these places that I've stayed. And the least favorite of the places I stayed was the Lamai Coconut Resort. The hut, although it was right on the ocean and it was a wonderful view, it was very cramped, and just for what I paid for it, which was more than any of the other nice resorts I've stayed at, I like that place the least. Now, of course, all of these were not necessarily budget-friendly accommodations. It just depends what your budget is. But those are the places that I like the most and that I like the least. And as you can clearly see, the wind did a number on this Koh Samui sign here at the Mimosa Resort. It was so windy last night. And now for my overall impressions of Koh Samui. Really enjoyed it here. I would say that Fisherman's Village was probably the place I liked the least because it was just too touristy for my tastes and just way too busy. And this area here, absolutely love it. The quietest area, the one that probably made me happiest and most serene, was the Lipanoi beach area. It was so quiet there. There was nobody on the beach at all, and I just absolutely loved it. For nightlife, at least for me, because I didn't go looking for nightlife, I really liked the Pick cocktails and the whole area in Lamai Beach. It was still very quiet, very depressed because of, you know, the whole situation going on still in the world, but that was my favorite place as far as going out for drinks. Almost forgot. I promised you guys I would show you everything that I brought on this trip, so let's go through it. So here is what I brought. I brought 1 pair of pants, which I never wore. I brought 2 pairs of shorts. I'm wearing one. I brought 5 short sleeve t-shirts. There was 1 long sleeve shirt. I brought 5 pairs of underwear. I brought 5 pairs of socks. I brought a laptop. Can't forget the mosquito spray. Got my charger. Got my charger for the phone. Got my wireless microphone system, shaver, electric shaver, deodorant. I bought some of these little containers and put some hair care products, etc. in there. This is just a little bug bite remover that I did not use. Obviously sunscreen, another charger for the case, charger for the iPhone, spare pair of glasses, and a couple of these raincoats just in case I get caught out somewhere where there wasn't a 7-Eleven nearby. Now, on top of all that, I brought 1 pair of shoes and 1 pair of sandals. And everything went into this Quasar 26-liter backpack. And I also brought a rain pouch for the backpack just in case. Now, I did laundry and it was really simple, but this is everything I brought on this trip. There was a couple things that I didn't need, like the pants. But other than that, I think I nailed it pretty close. Now, let me show you how it all fits into the bag, how it looks, what's in there. And that's everything inside this bag, this 26-liter Quasar backpack, and it fits perfectly. It's a little heavy, but what I do on the motorbike typically is there's storage space under the seat. I'll put some of that stuff in a plastic bag and I'll shove it in there. So that's everything that goes into my backpack for this first trip. I think I got it pretty well. Now it's time to talk about the costs of this whole trip. Before I get into this, keep in mind that I made my plane reservations the day before I flew. Every single hotel I stayed at, I reserved literally an hour before I arrived at it. Even the motorbike, I did not reserve and I just showed up. So I made no plans, no reservations for anything. So of course, everything was a little bit more expensive than if you had booked it in advance. In some cases, quite a bit more expensive. And as I mentioned before, I did not go in any budget options. I flew directly here from Bangkok, which is the most expensive option. There's much cheaper options. But let's go through the list here. So airfare was 9,500 Thai baht for the round trip ticket, which is $255. The 7 days of motorbike rental, and I had 3 different bikes, came out to be 2,550 Thai baht, which was $69 US. 7 nights at all of these assorted resorts came out to be 12,810 Thai baht, which is $345 US. The food, the drinks, all the 7-Eleven waters, as well as the snacks and the beer came out to be 5,100 Thai baht, which is $137. All of the resorts except one had breakfast included, and I only ate one other meal during the day because I typically only eat 2 meals. Fuel, very negligible because the bikes get such good mileage. It was 300 Thai baht for the whole week, which is $8. The admissions, which were just suggested donations at some of the places, came out to be right around 100 Thai baht, which was $2.70. The cost of taxi from the airport to the motorbike place is 200 Thai baht, which was $5.40. And I'm going to get a ride back from the motorbike place to the airport, so that will be free. So the grand total for this impromptu 7-day motorbike tour here on the island of Koh Samui is 30,560 Thai baht, which is $823 US. Again, you could absolutely do this for a lot less. I think you could have stayed here for a third of that, including the airfare. If you took the other flight and took the ferry across the water from the mainland, you probably could have done this whole trip for $250, something like that. It just depends where you want to stay, what you want to eat, what you want to drink. This was my cost, and your mileage may vary. I know some of you will say that you could have done it for a lot less, Serg. I know that. You could do it for a lot more too. It just depends what you want to spend. But those were my expenses on this 7-day trip on this Koh Samui motorbike tour. At this point, there's only one thing left for me to do, and that is to enjoy my last few hours here on the island of Koh Samui. I'm going to go take another swim, and then I'm going to be flying back to Bangkok shortly. Hope you enjoyed this first motorbike adventure here with Life with Serg. There will be more. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this motorbike adventure? Do you want to see more? I absolutely loved it here, had a wonderful time, learned so much from my first motorbike trip here on the island of Koh Samui in Thailand, and I definitely am going to be doing more. Guys, I'm going to throw up some other videos, take a look at them, and as I always say, please don't forget to take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.